Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to install Fedora 42 from start to finish, step by step. We'll cover everything: system requirements, different Fedora spins, downloading Fedora 42 KDE, creating a bootable USB using Rufus, and finally installing Fedora on your PC. Let's jump right in. Before we begin, make sure your system meets the minimum requirements for Fedora 42. Processor 64-bit, 2 gigahertz or faster RAM, at least 4 gigabytes, 8 gigabytes recommended storage, minimum 25 gigabytes of free space USB drive, 8 gigabytes or larger, and of course a stable internet connection for downloading Fedora. All right, guys, so Fedora Workstation, that's the official one, the one the Fedora team loves to show off. It runs the GNOME desktop, which is clean, modern, and super minimal. Think of it kind of like macOS, simple, focused, and great for developers or anyone who wants things to just work. Now, Fedora KDE Plasma Desktop, that's for the folks who love to customize everything. You can change how it looks, how it feels, even how it breathes. It's more like Windows in layout, but you can tweak it into literally anything. It's powerful, flashy, and fun to play with. Both are Fedora, same engine, just different dashboards. Fedora actually comes in different versions called spins. Each spin gives you a different desktop environment. It basically a different look and feel for your system. You've got Fedora Workstation, which is the default version with the GNOME desktop, clean and simple. Then there's the KDE Plasma Spin, which gives you a sleek, modern, and a super customizable interface. And if you're after something lightweight, there are other spins like XFCE, LXQT, Cinnamon, and MATE, perfect for older or low-spec PCs. In this video, we'll be installing Fedora 42 KDE Plasma because it offers that smooth, modern, almost Windows-like experience that's perfect for everyday use. Next, we'll need Rufus, a free tool that helps create bootable USB drives. Visit rufus.ie and download the latest version. Once downloaded, open Rufus. It doesn't need to be installed. Now, plug in your USB flash drive and make sure there's nothing important on it because it will be erased. In Rufus, under Device, select your USB drive. Under Boot Selection, click Select and choose the Fedora 42 KDE ISO you downloaded. Before we move on, let's quickly talk about partition schemes. You'll see these terms when creating your bootable USB MBR and GPT. If your PC uses UEFI, select GPT in Rufus modern PC that came with Windows 11 or 10. If it uses legacy BIOS, select MBR, that is old computers. Click Start. Rufus will write Fedora to your USB. Once it's done, you have a bootable Fedora installer ready to go. Next, restart your computer and boot from the USB drive. You might need to press a key like F12, F10, or Escape to open the boot menu. It depends on your computer manufacturer. Select your USB drive to boot Fedora. Also, make sure Secure Boot is turned off. When Fedora boots up, you'll see a menu with options. You can test the media if you want. I will just select the first option. This is the live environment. You can test Fedora without installing it. If you're ready to install, just click on Install to Hard Drive. Next, choose your language and click Continue. All right, now we're at one of the most important parts of the installation, choosing where to install Fedora. You'll see a screen that says Installation Destination or something like Choose Your Drive. This is where Fedora will be installed. Now listen carefully. If you already have Windows on your drive and you want to completely switch to Fedora, no dual boot, this is where you'll tell Fedora to erase everything and start fresh. So, go ahead and select your main drive, and that's usually your SSD or hard drive with Windows on it. You can tell by its size, for example, 500 gigabytes or 1 terabyte. What this does is it completely wipes the drive, removes Windows, all your files, everything out of iPhone, and sets up Fedora automatically with the right partitions. If you're sure you don't want to keep Windows, go ahead and choose that option. Then Fedora will create the needed partitions for you, usually an EFI system partition ESP for boot files and an ext4 partition for Fedora itself. You can enable the root account if you want or keep it disabled. I will enable it myself. You can also enable SSH access if you will be accessing the PC remotely through the command line. Also create a standard user account. Once ready, click Begin Installation. Fedora will start copying files. This takes about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on your system. When it's done, click Finish Installation, remove your USB, and reboot. After rebooting, you'll land on the Fedora 42 KDE welcome screen. The KDE Plasma desktop is clean, elegant, and ready to use. You can now install software, update the system, and start exploring Fedora 42. And that's it. Fedora 42 installed successfully. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more Linux installation guides and customization tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.